think, believe me, these niggas died of me. Look what I'm becoming. What I did, it made a man of me. All the that I did, I swear.
What it do, YouTube? It's Ty Fetty with the Fetty. Back at y'all with another video, man. Y'all know why we here. To handle business. But before we handle that business, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to say it again. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to say it one more. Matter of fact, like, comment, subscribe. Before I got to beat you up. Y'all know what's going on, man. Look at my Instagram will be. Right here. Y'all see it. Right here. You and me. Y'all pop out, man. Show me some love. Hit that follow button. New birthday pictures up, man. Drop a like on them joints, man. You got any questions, any concerns, any comments, DM me. Y'all know I get back to y'all, man. I rock with y'all the long way, the strong way. We got boss talk, bruh. Drive-by shooting, 45 years in prison, robbing Chief Keef house. If you don't know boss talk, y'all see it right here. Look. Y'all look. You with me? Oh, blah. That's where you from, man. He rock with them boys over there. He rock with them boys. He from O Block. Let's get it.
Boss Top is a rapper from O Block who's been around since the early days of Chicago drill.
You know what I say about them Chicago boys, shout? They come out the womb with a Glock with a switch and a ski on their head. I'm telling y'all.
He got a pretty crazy story that includes getting into a car accident while on the way to the hospital after getting shot, facing 45 years in prison, and running up in Chief Keef's mansion. Let's get into the come up and criminal history of Boss Top.
Let's get it.
Boss Top was born around 57th and Low, but later moved to O Block when he was 9 or 10. He was raised by a single mother and also has a brother. Both his parents were gangster disciples, but since he grew up in Parkway Gardens, aka O Block, most of his homies was black disciples. He got sucked into the gang life at an early age because that's all he knew. He dropped out of high school just 3 weeks in, and after that, he was in the streets full time. But he said growing up in O Block was fun. There was always something to do, from corner stores to barbershops and even a skating rink. They ain't have much, but they made the best of what they had. He grew up around all the BDs who eventually put drill on the map, like Chief Keef, King Von, Lil Reese, Fredo Santana, and Lil Durk. He was also close friends with Odie Perry, who O Block is named after. So he was right there to witness the birth of the drill sound. When he was 19, Boss Top got locked up for about 3 months. While behind bars, he got the call that Odie Perry got killed. OD's death heavily impacted Boss Top because that was the first friend he lost to gun violence. A Mickey Cobra he met in jail named Bear protected him from the other inmates while he cried because he knew what Boss Top was going through. No one was ever arrested for OD's death, but many believe it was retaliation for the death of Tuka, a GD from STL EBT. The BDs in Parkway Gardens later changed their name to O Block in his memory, and now that name's known across the world because of the music that started there. Once he got out of jail, the drill wave was just starting off. He was inspired by Keef, Durk, E-Day, and other rappers from the neighborhood to start rapping himself. He started building a buzz with tracks like Hell Nah and All Shit. He also collaborated with Waka Flocka on the track Bet He Won't. But Boss Top ended up falling out with Chief Keef when he was at the top of his career, which kept him from riding the same wave. Boss Top was close with Fredo Santana, who's Keef's older cousin. So Keef was like a little brother to him. Right after Keef started to blow up, he bought Boss Top a Burberry shirt that he wore everywhere. He wore the shirt so much that one of Boss Top's ops, Mubu Crump, even made fun of him in a skit. But somewhere along the line, the relationship started to get strained. Overnight, Keef went from being their little homie to one of the biggest rappers in the world. So, some of the dudes from O Block started hating on Keef and accused him of turning Hollywood. The tension only got worse when Keef refused to bail out other dudes from their hood, like Lil Durk and D Rose, when they got arrested. At the time, they accused him of acting fake and turning on his gang.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like, when I hear that and I sit here and try to break down of why he wouldn't do it, I can't think of nothing, bro. I can't think of a reason why he would not bail him out, bro. Unless he just was broke and he ain't have it. He ain't want to tell them that. But if he had it, bro, it's like, why? Like, feel me? I can see if the bail like 100K. Feel me? What I'm talking about with the 10%, 50K. All right, maybe you like, y'all gotta put something up too. We gotta do something. But if they bail like 15, 20K a piece, man, go ahead, throw that down, man. Everything come back full circle, bro. That's why I keep trying to tell people, bro. You do something with the pureness of your heart, bro. The world is gonna, you feel me? You gonna receive that same energy, bro. You always put out hate. You always negative, bro. You always this, that, and the other, bro. You gonna get that same energy back from other people. If somebody say like, somebody asked, I went to school with or something, they be like, bro, you got $10, this, that, and the other. But if I really do got it, like if I like know for a fact, like feel me, like I'm cool. And I just said $10 because $100 because I don't care what y'all talking about. $100 I can make that scratch about a week. I'm telling you, maybe more than that. I'm telling y'all, if it's really like that, you know what I mean. I don't need, and I could have 100,000 in my account. But with $100, bro, I can make that last. I'm talking about 3-4 meals. I'm telling you, $100 I could do a lot with that. So that's me. That's when I give somebody some money like that, it's like, damn, like that's 100 I had. You know what I mean? That's 100 away from 200. That's 100 away from 1,000. If I got 900, you feel me? I'd be looking at it like that. So it's like, if y'all really can do, bro, I'm gonna do it, bro, because I know for a fact it's gonna come back around, and I'm not doing that in hopes that it does come back around, but I just know when it's my time, bro, everybody needs something, bro, from somebody, bro. Not necessarily saying everybody's gonna ever ask for something, but we all need help, bro. We all need that extra to get to the next level at whatever level it is. So with that being said, I want the same energy I put out, bro. That's all. It's a mirror effect, bro. People that do good in life, take care of people, it come back, bro. People remember that kind of stuff, bro. People that's always mean, like, you feel me, negative, bro. People remember that, bro. They gonna give you that same energy, bro. Life lesson for y'all, bro. If y'all didn't learn nothing from my whole channel, bro, take that, bro. The energy always come back full circle, bro. Do everything with the pureness of your heart. Never let another person's character change your character, bro. Move how you move. Stand on what you stand on, bro. Just because somebody else doing something don't mean that, you need to stoop down to their level. Bro, always act like, yourself, bro. It's going to always come back, bro. I promise.
But Keef just probably realized that if he ain't put his foot down, his gang would have always had their hands out. King Von later explained exactly what started the beef on IG Live. He said they needed $7,500 to bail out one of the homies, so they called Keef. He told him it wasn't a problem because he spent $7,500 on shoes, but he never actually came through with the money, and when they tried to call him, he stopped picking up. So Boss Top and a few other BDs decided to teach Keef a lesson and robbed his crib and stole his chain.
The only thing folks took was folks' chains, you know what I'm saying?
While Keef was in court, they broke into a house that his former manager was renting. His manager, Brandon Zehrer, was home at the time and called the police. But they already started going through the house, stealing things, and Keef ended up showing up while they were still there. Boss Top ended up jacking Keef's Johnny Dang chain, while another one of the robbers snatched a chain from his homie, GBE Capo. They got into a shootout, and a 33-year-old named Terrence Smith was non-fatally injured. Boss Top and the others then allegedly stole Keef's car and fled the scene, while Keef took Terrence to the hospital. The police came to question him, but Keef refused to cooperate. He later called his manager a soft-ass for calling the police. After the alleged robbery, Keef and Boss Top started going back and forth on Twitter. Boss Top said he was changing his name to Chief Top because he got Keef's chain. Keef clapped back saying that Boss Top was his ex-adopted son and that he clothed him and put money in his limp ball pockets. They kept sending shots back and forth. At one point, Keef said that Boss Top had taken more than just his chain. He claimed they also stole his daughter's baby clothes and random household items like deodorant and detergent. He also put up a photo on Instagram of the chain, calling out Boss Top by his real name and accusing him of stealing it. Boss Top wasn't.
Ain't that like police, bro? Like, Tyree Davis stole this too, dirty. Like, is that not like weird? Like, this is why I don't involve myself in none of these but that's goofy, bro. You out here, y'all snitching. You mad at your manager for calling the cops, but you're telling everybody who did what and what they took. Like, man.
Calling out Boss Top by his real name,
Who am I?
accusing him of stealing it. Boss Top wasn't happy about that and clapped back, calling Keef a police ass.
Told you, like,
he also
come on,
denied
bro.
taking anything and said Keef was just trying to get him locked up. Boss Top was later seen rocking Keef's Johnny Dang chain in the music video, and he posed for a pic with the Migos while wearing the chain. The Migos were also beefing with Keef and GBE at the time. They were in town to do a music video with Lil Durk, who was also having problems with Keef, so the whole video shoot was basically a big shot at Sosa. Keef got so aggravated, he posted a video to social media where he said, "I would say f*** OD, but I'm from there. That's my boy."
I would say f*** OD, but that's my boy. You feel me? I'm from there. You know? Whole block.
Keef knew how close Boss Top was to OD Perry, and this would get under his skin. He didn't go as far as actually dissing OD, but he came close enough. But after that, the beef started to die down. Apparently, Keef's people checked him for almost disrespecting OD and told him not to play around like that. Plus, the beef with Keef started to hurt Boss Top's career. At that time, Keef was one of the most influential rappers in the game, so fans started calling Boss Top Broke Top and the Diaper Bandit for allegedly stealing Keef's daughter's diapers. To make matters worse,
the Diaper Bandit is crazy. The Diaper Bandit, that's crazy. Captain Underpants.
Johnny Dang chain that Boss Top stole from Keef was later stolen from Boss Top by famous Dex.
I ain't did shit. I just want to know why everybody mad at me, because I look good. I ain't take nobody's shit. Shit just... That's who took it, though. It's a gift.
Dex was going by the name Black Migo Dex at that time and was cool with FBG Duck, one of O Block's main ops. The whole situation was making Boss Top look bad, so he and Keef squashed the beef, and they still cool to this day. But not long after, Boss Top faced some legal problems that put his career on hold for the next few years. In March 2016, he got arrested on weapons charges and home invasion. He was held on a $1 million bail, which kept him in jail till he was sentenced to 6 years in prison in 2018. He said he was innocent, but he was looking at doing 21 years and 45 years for each charge. If he got the max, the sentences wouldn't even run concurrently, so he would have ended up doing over 90 years total. So he copped a plea and took 6 years. He ended up running into King Von while he was locked up, who was fighting a murder case. They kept them separated, but occasionally, they convinced the CEOs to let them see each other. In December 2018, Boss Top ended up getting out early after doing about 3 years. This time when he got out, Von was the one who was blowing up. Boss Top had been rapping way longer and never saw Von take much of an interest in music. But once Von beat the murder charge, he got out and started taking over the rap game. Boss Top used to watch Von and learned a lot from him about how to rap. He would stay by Von's side while he was blowing up in the industry and was even there that night that Von got killed in Atlanta. At first, he didn't even realize Von got shot. He saw their homie Slutty get killed, but then he ended up getting arrested. He was in jail when he got the call saying Von had been shot and killed. Von's death was another huge loss to Boss Top, who said in an interview with DJ Vlad that he's still broken. King Von meant a lot to everyone in O Block. The fact that Boss Top was there that night but couldn't do anything to stop it only made the pain worse. But despite all the losses he's taken over the years, it seemed like Boss Top still has a foot in the streets. In July of this year, he was shot in a drive-by shooting. He had just pulled up on the block and turned his back to talk to one of his homies. While he had his back turned, someone drove by and started firing shots. On the way to the hospital, the girl who was driving him ended up getting into a car accident, but they eventually made it and he spent 4 days there recovering. After getting out, Boss Top knew he had to start moving differently. He realized he had to be there to raise his kids and decided to set up a studio in his basement to keep him focused and out of the streets. But not long after Boss Top got out, another tragedy hit O Block. Back in October, multiple members of O Block were arrested in a RICO indictment centered around the murder of FBG Duck. O Block members Muwop, C-Thang, C-Murda, and Los was all arrested in connection with Duck's murder. Plus, it was rumored that Boss Top was brought in question about other crimes in the RICO indictment. During a press conference on the arrest, the FBI revealed that they used music videos and social media content to investigate the case. A video also started going around the internet that shows Boss Top being interviewed and basically admitting that Duck was killed for dissing their dead homies. The interviewer asked him if he had any thoughts on the FBG Duck murder. At first, Boss Top avoids the topic, but then he says, "All I can say is don't say that shit about T-Roy or rest in peace."
All I know, don't say that shit about Troy or rest in peace.
T-Roy was an O Block member who was killed in 2017. Duck dissed him and other dead O Block members on the song Dead, which he released right before he got killed. Many think that Duck's death was payback for the diss track, and Boss Top basically confirmed that in the video. Boss Top caught a lot of heat for self-censoring in the video, but he ain't say any names, so the police probably already had all the evidence they needed to make an arrest. Since then, Boss Top's been laying low and focusing on music. He can't afford to slip up now, otherwise he'll end up right next to Muwop and the rest of them fighting the RICO case. It sounds like the police are trying to take down O Block for good, so it wouldn't be surprising if Boss Top somehow got caught up in the investigation. Hopefully, he can stay out of it and continue to build his rap career.
For
But
sure.
there's no telling what evidence police have that'll show up in court. Stay posted for updates.
Nah, that's crazy though, man. Like I always tell y'all, bro, Chicago, the trenches of the trenches. You hear me? When you think of trenches, just think of the inside of the real trenches. Like, you hear me? If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But if you better know, because Chicago was the trenches. Ski masks and switches out the womb. I'm telling y'all, 2 seconds old, he got a switch in his hand. 5 seconds old, he got that ski on his head. He ready to spin. He ready to spin. Before your mother can leave the hospital after she give birth, them Chicago babies are ready to slide, bro. That's shit get real sticky out there. You hear me? With that being said, man, look, it's Ty Fatty with the Fatty. Make sure y'all stay smart, bro. Stay dangerous. And I'll catch y'all next time. I'm gone.